Good morning, students. I, myself, Dr. Vasant Kadam, Associate Professor, Department of Botany, KTHM College, Nasik. Students, today we are going to learn the chapter Respiration, and today's topic is respiratory substrates. The respiratory apparatus, it is known as mitochondria. It is also called as chondriosome. Mitochondria were first observed by Kolliker as granular bodies in striated muscle cells. Nearly 32 years later, Fleming in 1882 reported that they were thread-like and named them phyla. In 1892, Altman termed them bioplast and considered them as symbiotic bacteria. The term mitochondria, mito means thread, chondrion means granule, was coined by Benda in 1898. F. Muse in 1904 reported for the first time the presence of mitochondria in plants, Nymphia. First successful staining of mitochondria by Janus Green was demonstrated by Michaelis in 19th. Mitochondria are small spherical or rod-shaped cytoplasmic organelles of all eukaryotic cells associated with aerobic respiration. They are the site of cellular respiration, primarily concerned with the oxidation of organic acid and transformation of their potential energy into chemical energy stored in high energy ATP, adenosine triphosphate molecules. It is because of this the mitochondria are called powerhouse of cell. The term mitochondria was not accepted immediately after its discovery, and therefore they have been termed variously by different authors. The other names of mitochondria are chondriosomes, plasmosomes, plastosomes, granules, parabasal bodies, plastochondria, vermicules, etc. The term chondriosomes has persisted for many years, but now the term mitochondria is well accepted. The total mitochondria present in a cell are collectively designed by chondriosome. Respiratory substrates. Like animals, plants also require energy for growth, development, metabolism, and other life activities. This energy mainly comes from respiratory breakdown of various substrates. These substrates are called organic nutrients and synthesized inside the plants by anabolic processes. That means photosynthesis, fat synthesis, protein synthesis, etc. These organic substances, which are present in large amount in plant cells and respired completely to carbon dioxide and water, are called respiratory substrates. Under natural conditions, only carbohydrates are oxidized. This respiration is called floating respiration. If the carbohydrates are used up and its shortage become acute, other protoplasmic substrates may also be catabolized. This is termed protoplasmic respiration. We shall discuss in short the possible mechanism by which various substrates are respired. Carbohydrates are the major respiratory substrate in plants. The important among them are glucose, fructose, starch, sucrose, etc. Starch, it is cheap polysaccharides, a reserved food in plants. The starch is broken down to glucose 1-phosphate by the action of enzyme starch phosphorylase. The glucose 1-phosphate is further converted to glucose 6-phosphate by enzyme phosphoglucomatase. The glucose 6-phosphate is an intermediate of glycolysis and oxidized completely to carbon dioxide and water. Sucrose, it is the principal soluble disaccharides which moves from cell to cell and reaches wherever it is needed. The sucrose is converted to glucose and fructose molecules by the action of enzyme invertase. Glucose is the monosaccharides hexose molecules which act as the cheap respiratory substrates in plant catabolism. And fructose, it is also a hexose monosaccharides respiratory substrate. It is directly converted to fructose 6-phosphate by enzyme fructokinase, and then it enters into glycolysis and complete oxidation of fructose into carbon dioxide and water molecules. So carbohydrates is the main respiratory substrate in plant cells. Fats is the second respiratory substrate present in plant cells. When fats are the respiratory substrate, they were first converted to fatty acids and glycerol in presence of enzyme lipase. These fatty acids and glycerols may be converted to sucrose in germinating fatty acids, or they may be oxidized to carbon dioxide and water. Third respiratory substrate is organic acids. Under certain circumstances, the organic acids may be used up as respiratory substrate in some tissues. For example, malic acid accumulates in dark in some succulent plants. That means crassulacean acid metabolism. This malic acid under continuous dark for a longer time is respired to release carbon dioxide and water molecules. Some plants such as oxalis, spinach, etc. accumulate oxalic acid probably from the oxidation of glycolic acid in presence of enzyme catalase. The oxalic acid is responded to carbon dioxide and water molecules. Glycolic acids produced in photosynthesis also serves as respiratory substrate in certain plants, and the last respiratory substrate is known as proteins. The proteins are made up of number of different amino acids. The proteins are oxidized when shortage of carbohydrates becomes acute. Proteins are first broken down to amino acids by the action of proteolytic enzymes. These amino acids are converted to non-nitrogen containing organic acids, the intermediate of Krebs cycles, by deamination reactions. These organic acids enter into the Krebs cycle and further catabolized to yield energy and carbon dioxide and water molecules. Students, this is the diagrammatic presentation of various respiratory substrates are oxidized. Starch is the main respiratory substrate. Starch is converted into glucose 1-phosphate with the help of enzyme starch phosphorylase. Glucose 1-phosphate is converted into glucose 6-phosphate with the help of enzyme phosphoglucomutase. The complete glycolysis occurs. Students, you know the end product of glycolysis is 3 carbon compound pyruvic acid, and now this pyruvic acid is entered into the Krebs cycle, and 3 places carbon dioxide is released during the Krebs cycle. That means the complete breakdown of pyruvic acid. Sucrose, first it is converted into glucose or fructose with the help of enzyme invertase. Sucrose is converted into glucose by utilization of 1 ATP adenosine triphosphate. It is energy molecules. It is used in presence of enzyme invertase, and glucose is converted into glucose 6-phosphate. Glucose 6-phosphate is the intermediate of glycolysis. The complete glycolysis occurs. That means 6 carbon compound glucose 6-phosphate is converted into 2 molecules of 3 carbon compound pyruvic acid. Pyruvic acid enter into the Krebs cycle through acetyl coenzyme A, the oxidative decarboxylation reaction. First pyruvic acid 3 carbon compound is converted into 2 carbon compound acetyl coenzyme A, and now the acetyl coenzyme A combined with the end product of Krebs cycle, that means oxaloacetic acid 4 carbon compound. The 4 carbon compound oxaloacetic acid combined with 2 carbon compound acetyl coenzyme A with the help of enzyme citrate synthetase. 1 molecules of water is also utilized for the conversion of citric acid. This is 6 carbon compound. This is the first stable compound formed during this cycle. That's why Krebs cycle is also known as citric acid cycle. Citric acid is converted into C-saponatic acid, isocitric acid, alpha-ketoglutarate acid, oxalosuccinic acid, alpha-ketoglutarate acid, succinyl coenzyme A, succinic acid, fumaric acid, malic acid, and finally oxaloacetic acid. This is a cyclic process. Fructose is converted into fructose 6-phosphate. Fructose 6-phosphate is converted into pyruvic acid. Again, pyruvic acid enter through acetyl coenzyme A into Krebs cycle. The complete oxidation of pyruvic acid. That means various 3 places carbon dioxide is released. That means the complete breakdown of or complete oxidation of pyruvic acid. Fats is the second respiratory substrate. First, fat is converted into fatty acids and glycerol with the help of enzyme glycerokinase. And now the glycerol is converted into glycerol 3-phosphate, and through dihydroxyacetone phosphate it's entered into the glycolysis. It is converted into pyruvic acid, or fatty acid is converted into acetyl coenzyme A and enter into the Krebs cycle for complete oxidation. Fourth respiratory substrate is proteins. Proteins is made up of number of amino acids. First, proteins break down into amino acids. Keto amino acids are directly entered into the Krebs cycle or through acetyl coenzyme A. The complete Krebs cycle occurs. Various places carbon dioxide is released. Then complete breakdown of proteins. So students, before entering into the glycolysis, starch, sucrose, proteins and fats are converted into simpler glucose, and now this glucose is oxidized through glycolysis into pyruvic acid. 6 carbon compound is converted into 3 carbon compound, and pyruvic acid is converted into acetyl coenzyme A by oxidative decarboxylation. 1 carbon dioxide is released. Then 2 carbon compound acetyl coenzyme A is formed. Acetyl coenzyme A is also known as mediator in between glycolysis and Krebs cycle, or it is the bridge between glycolysis and Krebs cycle. And through acetyl coenzyme A, the oxaloacetic acid 4 carbon compound combined with 2 carbon compound acetyl coenzyme A, the first stable compound form, it is known as citric acid. Complete Krebs cycle occurs. In various places carbon dioxide is released. That means the complete breakdown of the respiratory substrates like starch, sucrose, proteins and fats. Thank you.